A lot of information is available for us on the internet and in libraries and in books. There was a time when information was not as available as it currently is. And when we say currently is, we mean easily accessible on the internet. But before that, information was still readily available in books that were found in libraries. You didn't have to purchase all the books yourself, but you could go to the libraries and do research. You'd have to travel sometimes to specific libraries to get the information that it is that you want. But information became available. Before people started writing down stories or writing down information, information was available in the form of stories. So, information is not the solution. I've spoken to a few people who have great ideas, and a lot of people have great ideas, by the way. And in them explaining their ideas and how to bring them to life, a lot of them then end up saying, but this information is easily available anyway, so why should I even bother doing this, because people have the information anyway. And in thinking about this, I was actually pondering on this thing myself, and then I realized having information doesn't mean anything. You can have as much information as you would like, as you have time to even go and investigate and learn. You can have that information, but what matters is how you actually use that information. People can have knowledge on how to bake cakes, for example, but people are not trying to be baking cakes every day. Recipes are available online on how to make the best carrot cake or best chocolate cake in the world. But not everyone is trying to make that cake. People would rather go and buy the cake from whatever shop that is convenient for them. It's the same with any idea that you'd like to actually create or bring to life. And that is where the difference is between people who actually win and people who don't win. Is winning a good term to use? I don't know. But basically, that is the difference between people. Two people can have information, and two people handle that information differently. If someone knows the information and does nothing about it, or decides to share that information, that's what they're doing with the information. Another person can choose to keep that information. They know it, but they don't do anything about it. Then the next person will actually go and do something with that information. And I feel like that is where the secret lies, in the process. I feel like the secret to anything in life is the process. Falling in love or wanting the result or the product of anything without actually being more in love with the process of getting it can be detrimental. I think it is detrimental because if you don't like the process, you're not going to do the work. Doing something with information is actually very difficult, and if it was easy, a lot of people would be doing a lot of things with the information that we have. It is actually difficult to do things and create something and to be consistent. And when you try one method and then it doesn't work out, you try this thing and you do everything right, but something goes wrong. There is something that happens to our brains, our souls, and our hearts in the process of actually doing something with a goal that we would like to achieve. So having information is not enough. It's what we do with the information that actually makes the difference. And I can even say going through the process is what is more important than actually getting the result. A typical example of this is something that I've always wondered about over the years, but now it makes sense to me, now that I understand this, that people win the lotto, lots of money, millions of dollars or whatever currency that you're in, and then within a short space of time they lose it all. And it's always been something that has been confusing for me, that you have this money, you've come into this money, how do you lose that money? And then I realized that is why people who make money or who steadily increase their income over time tend to be more successful than people who just get a lump sum of money, like the lotto, for example, right? There's a difference in that. Someone who is steadily earning an increase, whether it is them building a business or them working a 9 to 5 and getting promoted, or them, creating whatever streams of income that they create, that process of doing that actually changes who they are. It changes their mind, it changes their heart, and it changes their souls, that they become people who can actually hold large amounts of money, or then create wealth with these steady incomes of money. Whereas if someone is just given $1 million or $2 million, I don't know, that they've never actually grown to, that they haven't actually, I don't want to say evolved to, but that they haven't earned. And by earning, I don't mean working hard in the traditional sense, but I mean working hard in the sense of going through the process of understanding how money works and what it takes to actually generate $1 million, for example. Until that person becomes a person who can handle $1 million, even if you give them $100 million, they're going to lose that $1 million. It's as simple as that. I think that's how important a process is. And I think that is something that we need to understand, that as we are praying or hoping or working towards certain things or manifesting those things, sometimes the answer that you will get is not the thing that you've prayed for. The answer might be a process that you have to go through, and in going through that process, you attain the thing that it is that you're hoping for. But yes, in going through that process of attaining or earning that thing that you are wanting, you then become a different person in your psyche and in your mind and in your soul, and you become the type of person that can hold $1 million. And that is not to say that you don't deserve it. I feel like everyone deserves good things, good health, a good life, lots of abundance, but there is a process of becoming that is more important than the actual thing that we get. For example, with health, right? Everyone wants to be healthy, but it is very difficult to actually wake up and show up and be active in your life in a way that supports health. It is actually difficult to consistently eat good meals. So it's easy to have a salad once in a while, once a week, for example. It is easy to take a walk once a week, for example. What is difficult is to do that consistently enough for you to become a fit person. Running once a year doesn't make you a fit person if every other day of the year you're sedentary. To become a fit person, you have to go through the process of doing the work to become fit. It's the same with everything in life. You have to go through the things. And once you fall in love with the process of becoming fit, being fit then becomes a side effect. It's now a byproduct of the process that you're already in love with, which almost becomes a double benefit, if I can put it that way. So yeah, all of this to say that these days a lot of people are looking for shortcuts on things. They want the quick fix. How do I do this quickly? Even if it's a joke or whatever, but it actually shows that we've missed the plot when we just want something quickly, because you can get it quickly, but as quickly as you would have gotten it, if you haven't done the work, and the work is not necessarily manual, but it's more mental, psychological, and emotional work sometimes, you will lose it as quickly because you haven't become the type of person who just randomly has $1 million. And I'm using money as an example, but I think the same is true even for fitness. If you just randomly get fit, become fit, you just are given fitness, you won't remain fit for a long time because you don't you haven't done the work to maintain the fitness. The fitness needs to be maintained consistently. The diet needs to also complement this fit lifestyle that you're trying to pursue. So, what am I getting at? I'm just saying that if you have an idea, my dog is doing the most today. That's him shaking his little thing here. So if you have an idea that you're trying or that you'd want to do, and you feel like, yeah, but the information is out there. No, the information might be out there, but how many people are doing the same thing that you want to do with the information? So go ahead and do it, because the doing part is not the easy part. It's very easy today to just go into Claude or chat and say, hey, this is what I want to do. It will quickly, within seconds, it will give you everything in the step-by-step guide on how to actually do what it is that you want to do. And sometimes it can even do part of the work for you, but the actual putting together of an idea or anything really, there is still your participation in that. And so yeah, information might be available, but not everyone is working with that information. Not everyone is using that information and transmuting it into something tangible that changes their lives. So I hope this is encouraging. I hope this is encouraging. I guess I was saying it to you guys, but I was also saying it to myself as well. That, you know what, yes, the information is there. People know these things, but what are people doing with it? If the answer is nothing, then you go ahead and implement and do something with that information. And yeah, let us know how that goes for you. So I hope I will see you in my next video. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. What matters is how you actually use that implementing.